All right, confession time. Every December, people do these like big overhauls of their homes and their routines and their lives, and they set goals and they do vision boards. And I'm gonna be honest, I am usually one of these people. And I will probably do my vision board and set goals and do all of that kind of stuff. But I don't have the energy this year that I normally have to do all of these things. And so I was feeling a little bit frustrated and a little bit like I wasn't good enough because I couldn't do all of these things. But just thinking about overhauling my entire life during December, which is one of the busiest months of the year, felt exhausting. And so I decided that I was going to do something different. Now, if you have been following this channel for a while, you already know about my one thing method. I'll link the video down below if you haven't heard about it. But for the holiday season, I decided to do a little reset day, but not one reset day. No, I'm doing 12 days of resets. Now, if we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel, and on this channel, we talk all about embracing your weird in order to build a better brand, business, and life. So let's go. One thing that I talk a lot about on this channel is incremental upgrades, incremental to-dos, incremental tasks, tiny things that you can check off, tiny things that you can do that make your life just 1% better. And when you do these things consistently, over time, your life gets significantly better. When we think about doing an entire overhaul of our life, when we think about, oh, I need an entire new morning routine, that feels exhausting. But when I tell you, hey, how about this week we try not opening our phone as soon as we wake up, not opening social media, but just laying in bed for a couple minutes and just being. That sounds doable, right? Whereas saying, oh, starting tomorrow, I'm going to wake up at this time and I'm going to drink 3 glasses of water, and then I'm going to exercise, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to walk with the dog, and then I'm going to journal for four minutes, and then I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to... It's exhausting. And honestly, a lot of the times, it doesn't work. Because you do it for a week because you're excited about it, and then you kind of do it well the second week, and then by the third week you're exhausted and you don't do it because you're trying to change too many things all at once. Now, I also talk a lot about the power of supports and how these supports can help make our lives better without us having to do something consistently. So what do I mean by that? If you're trying to improve your sleep, for example, then getting blackout curtains or getting an eye mask to block out all of the light is a support. Why? Because you buy this thing once and it will support your sleep forever, right? And so this is sometimes a lot more helpful than saying, every night, starting tonight, I'm gonna meditate for 30 minutes before I go to bed. I'm not gonna watch TV. I'm not gonna be on social media. And then I'm gonna take a hot shower. And then I'm gonna jump around for 10 minutes to exhaust myself. And then I'm gonna get in bed. And I'm gonna turn off the light. And I'm gonna count to 100. And I'm gonna sleep well. Right? It sounds a lot more exhausting. And there's so much more to do. Whereas you could buy a sleep mask, block out the light, and that will already improve your sleep. This is where the idea of resets came from. Again, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I divide my life into 12 areas. If you haven't, I'll mention them now. I divide my life into 12 areas because it's the way that works for me. That doesn't have to be you. You could do 8, you could do 24. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. What works for me is doing 12. So I have 4 big categories, which are health, personal, legacy, and relationships. And then each of those has 3 categories. So in health, I have physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. In personal, I have learn, grow, and play. In legacy, I have financials, I have travel, and I have lifestyle. And then in relationships, I have my relationship to my home. I have my inner circle, which means my husband and my dogs. And then I have friends and family. These 12 categories are what are gonna make up my 12 days of resets. So what did I do? Something super sophisticated, as you can see here. I placed 12 sticky notes on a piece of paper. Each one of these is a category of my life. And then I wrote down some things that I've been meaning to do, that I've been procrastinating on, that I want to do, that I think I would like to do. I just wrote a random list of things for each category. Some of them are longer, some of them are infinitely shorter. So for example, physical health, I put organize my fridge, organize my freezer, make a pantry list, make a freezer list, make tea, order groceries, wash my strawberries, make a vinaigrette, make the broccoli that I have in the fridge before it goes bad, prep the chicken. It's just a random list of things. And what does 12 days of resets mean? It means that today, for example, I decided to start with physical health. And so I already organized my fridge and already washed the strawberries. Do I have to do this entire list? No. My rule for 12 days of resets is I can do one thing and it is still a successful reset. Because even doing one of the things on one of these little squares will make my life better. It will make this area better. If I have time and I can do more, that's great. Because it just means that I'm doing more, and that's great. But if I don't have the energy, the time, or the resources to do more, then just crossing off one thing on the list will make it a successful reset. Now, 12 days of resets. Do they have to be 12 consecutive days? No, it's December. I am not committing to doing 12 consecutive days of resets. I will do them when I can. Maybe I'll do 2 on one day. Maybe I'll do 1 every other day. Maybe I'll do them all like one right after the other because I have energy. I don't know, but I don't have to do them consecutively. Do I have to do everything on the list? I already mentioned this. No, I do not. I do not have to do everything on the list. I just have to do something on the list. One thing. That is it. And it is successful. Now, what is the idea? The idea of this is that by New Year's, I will feel a little bit more in control of my life, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more in control of the things and the areas of my life, right? Now, I have things on here that aren't really reset worthy, if you'd like to define them that way. Like in friends and family, I have wrap with Christmas gifts because that's something that I still have to do. Now, is that really a reset for my friends and family thing? I mean, strictly, no. But if you ask me right now, what's the most important thing that I want to do related to my friends and family, it would be call my parents, order some gifts that I haven't ordered, and wrap the gifts. So those are the 3 things that are on the list. Now, can I also grab a coffee with a friend that day? Yeah, sure. Can I also add more things to the list if I come up with them? Yeah, sure. But to be fair, if I get any of those 3 things done, that is a great reset. So the whole point of this, or what I'm trying to say, is don't overthink it. But Isabel, I don't have 12 areas of my life. You don't have to do it by 12 areas. You can just do one random brain dump of things that you want to do, have been meaning to do, or procrastinating on, and then just do 12 days of resets. Every day you pick one thing from that list, right? Or you could do 12 days of decluttering. You could do, and you declutter one thing a day, at least one thing a day, right? You could do 12 days of unfinished projects, and you finish a project every day. You could do 12 days of organizing. And, you know, day 1, you do this shelf. Day 2, you do this shelf. Day 3, you do this shelf. Day 4, you do that shelf. And eventually you'll have 12 more spaces organized. I would advise you to keep it to small spaces. Don't try to do like, oh, day 1, I'm going to do my entire kitchen. Unless you have the time, energy, and resources. And if you do, that's great. But the idea is we're trying to break that whole new year, new me. Because new year, new me doesn't exist. Okay? You are not a completely different person on December 31st than you are on January 1st. You are still you. You are you, usually because of the way our brains work, with a little bit more like motivation to start the year right and set goals and do a bunch of things. But what we talk about on this channel is sustainable habits. We talk about sustainable change. We talk about incremental change, because those are the things that will actually help you evolve and help you grow and help you change enough as a person to where you can say, oh, new year, new me, right? It's not about the date. It's about what we're doing every day to make ourselves and our lives a little bit better. And sometimes that little bit better is just resting, right? For physical health, it might be take a nap. For mental health, it might be take a nap. For spiritual health, it might be take a damn nap. It's okay. This list, you don't have to share it with anybody. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing. You just have to make a list of things that you've been meaning to do, you want to do, you want to divide it by areas of your life, you want to divide it by areas of your home. It doesn't matter. But just make a list and commit to doing one thing on that list 12 times before the end of the year. That is it. If you enjoy this video, I make new ones like this every single Friday. This one was supposed to come out last week. I'm gonna be completely honest. Things happened, life happened. That's okay, it happens. It would be really helpful if you like and subscribe. This is a newer channel that I'm trying to grow. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a comment below. Let me know what your 12 things are, or how you're organizing it, or one thing that you did, anything you want to share. I'd really like to root for you and cheer you on. And if there's anything you'd like me to talk about on this channel, you can also leave that in a comment below. And if it's something that I feel I can cover and actually add to the conversation on, I will definitely make a video on it. Until then, stay wild, stay weird, and I'll see you in the next one.